You know how painters like my favorite, Bob Ross? You know how they use 3 primary colors in order to make any color under the sun? String players are exactly the same type of artist. We have 3 variables that we use in order to make different tone colors. Those 3 variables, our 3 primary colors, are placement, weight, and speed. This is all stuff that we do with our right hand, with our bow, because the bow creates our voice, and that's where our tone colors come from. Placement refers to where you put the bow on the string. It can be over the fingerboard, it can be near the bridge. If you need to change the placement of your bow in the middle of a note, you have 2 options. You can either slide or slant. Sliding is just where you push the bow down or pull it towards you in order to get it in its different location. Another way is slanting. So you can deliberately make the tip of the bow go higher to pull the bow higher. And the same thing for making the tip lower. It'll pull the bow lower if you make your tip lower. And of course, once you get to your location, you straighten it out so you can continue with that basic bow sound. The second variable that we're working with is weight. Some people might call this pressure, but for me, pressure has a lot of stress and strain associated with that word, so I just don't like to use it. Also, I tend to use just my arm weight to press the string down, so it's not actually pressure from me, it's just the weight of my arm. So you can have a lot of weight, you can use all your arm weight, or you can have a little weight. Sometimes I even do this thing where I will pull up my first finger, pull the bow stick up kind of off the string so that it doesn't even have the weight of the bow on the string. The last variable that we have is speed. It can be fast or slow. This seems like it's a really basic variable, but it's the one that gets most ignored and put on autopilot. A lot of the speed of your bow is going to be determined by the placement and the weight that you have. So it's best to really have your ear guide you. I don't know how many times I've had students tell me, it sounds terrible when I play near the bridge. Sounds disgusting. Well, it's because you've got to adjust your speed to where you are on the string. So if you're near the bridge, you usually need a very slow bow speed in order to accommodate that. If you're near the fingerboard, a slow bow speed doesn't work. Some of you maybe don't know that I specialize in making terrible sounds on the cello. But that terrible sound can be blown away if you just use a faster speed over the fingerboard. So with these 3 different variables, you can take one note and make it really, really forceful. Or you can make that same note kind of scared or tender. You can change it. Back to the really, really forceful. Back to really tender. And that's what makes it so exciting to play a string instrument. You can do all those kind of tone color changes in one note. So the next time you're sitting down to practice, I want you to try to experiment with your placement, weight, and speed, and see if you can come up with some really awesome tone colors.